Episode 32. The Next Move. The gargoyles didn't remain where they'd entered. Once Everlyn crossed fully into the mountain base, they began to move. Stone shifted with slow, deliberate weight. One climbed the outer wall above the blast doors, claws biting into reinforced stone as it settled into overwatch. Another moved along the inner gantry, wings folding tight as it anchored above the vehicle bay. They didn't block movement. They claimed positions. A few moved deeper inside. Not many. Just enough. One stationed itself near a vertical access shaft leading toward command. Another pressed into a load-bearing corridor spine, its mass settling into the structure like it belonged there. Anyone who understood defense could read it instantly. This wasn't intimidation. It was protection. The base reacted without being told. Voices lowered. Movement slowed. Eyes tracked stone shapes along the walls. Everlyn passed through it all in silence. The briefing room had been waiting for her. Not scheduled, not announced, just gathered. Kalen stood at the head of the table. Kane leaned against the wall, arms folded. Lyra sat forward, elbows on the metal surface. Malik hovered near the back, posture loose, attention sharp. No one asked where she'd been. They all noticed she'd been gone. The door sealed behind Everlyn. She didn't sit straight away. She let them look at her first. Then she spoke. "I didn't disappear," she said calmly. "I went somewhere I needed to go." That landed. "I didn't tell anyone," Everlyn continued, "because I didn't know what I'd find." Lyra frowned. "You were just gone." "Yes." Kane's jaw tightened. "And now you're back with them." Everlyn nodded once. "I went back to the ruins, where this all began," she said. "As I was entering, a squad of Zarthians attempted to take me prisoner. Before I reacted, chaos had already started. Then I seen them." Malik glanced toward the wall. "The stone things." "Yes." "They weren't dormant," Everlyn said. "They weren't trapped." She paused. "They were waiting." The words settled into the room slowly. No one rushed to fill the silence. Lyra was the first to speak, her voice measured. "Waiting for you?" Everlyn shook her head. "For what I carry." Kane pushed off the wall, arms unfolding. "The bloodline." "Yes." Kalen's expression tightened. Not alarmed, but recalculating. "And they followed you back." "They did," Everlyn said. "Because that's their purpose." Malik let out a quiet breath. "Right. So that explains the stone giants redecorating the base." Everlyn didn't react to the humor. "They're not here to defend this place," she said. "They're here to ensure continuity." Lyra frowned. "Continuity of what?" "The bloodline," Everlyn replied. "Wherever it exists." Lyra leaned back slightly, considering that. "Well, Earth's a big place," she said. "I wouldn't put it past more of us being out there." Everlyn looked at her. "Who said anything about just Earth?" The room went still. Malik straightened. "You're saying it went further?" "Yes." "How much further?" Kalen asked. Everlyn paused, not for effect, but because the answer mattered. "Far enough to be heard by those who share the origin," she said. "Even if they no longer share the world." Kane's jaw tightened. "Others like us." "All werewolves," Everlyn said. "Same root. Different species." Lyra's brow creased. "Different how?" "Different environments," Everlyn replied. "Different pressures. Different survivals." Silence followed again. This time heavier. "And they felt it," Malik said. "Whatever happened in that temple." "Yes." "And now?" Kane asked. Everlyn met his gaze. "Now we wait to see who's still alive to answer." Kalen exhaled slowly. "Which means staying put is our only option." "No," Everlyn disagreed. "It isn't. We move forward." She reached forward and activated the holotable. Data bloomed into the air between them. Routes, interception patterns, familiar markers they'd studied before. "We already have a way out," Kalen said, eyes scanning the display. "That plan still stands." Malik nodded. "Let ourselves get taken." "Captured," Lyra added. "Moved through their pipeline." "And onto a transport," Kane said. "Then the main ship." Everlyn inclined her head. "Yes." Lyra glanced briefly toward the reinforced wall, where the faint shadow of stone could still be seen beyond the glass. "But now," she said, "you're not leaving them behind." "No," Everlyn said. "I'm not." Malik scratched his jaw. "That complicates things." Everlyn looked around the table. "Then simplify it," she said calmly. No one spoke at first. Then one of the officers cleared his throat. "We already know what they go after," he said. "Anything valuable. Anything they don't understand." Kalen looked at him. "You're suggesting bait?" "Yes." "A transmission," Lyra said. "Something worth intercepting." "Sloppy encryption," the officer added. "Just clean enough to be believable." "And when they hit us," Kane said, already tracking the outcome. "They take prisoners," the officer replied, "for transport, for examination." Malik nodded slowly. "Along with the cargo." "There'll be losses," Lyra said quietly. "Yes," the officer replied. "There always are." Everlyn didn't flinch. "They won't see an escort," she said. "They'll see assets." "And once we're aboard?" Malik asked. Everlyn met his eyes. "Then we stop pretending to be helpless." Outside the briefing room, Stone remained fixed along the base walls, unmoving, patient, waiting to be mistaken for something that could be owned, and waiting for the moment the doors finally closed behind them.